right now. Ball must have killed the crew when he gated aboard.
Wow. You're literally a grandfather paradox.
That's what Dr. Lee said.
Sir, I realize that it may be extremely difficult, if not impossible, to recover the Stargate from the bottom of the Arctic Ocean. But there is another one.
The one in Antarctica, you mean? I'm told we're sending a team to check it out.
We need to do more than check it out, sir. We need to use it. We have to set things right.
How exactly?
I've been thinking about this. Now, Ball must have built some sort of temporal device.
Time machine.
Yes. Now, if we could use the Stargate to contact one of our allies, then we should
That will not be allowed to happen.
Sir, I don't think you understand exactly what will be lost if we're not allowed to return things the way they're supposed to be.
Supposed to be is relative, Dr. Jackson.
The allies we've met, the technologies we've acquired, the hundreds of planets we've visited.
We can do all that, assuming we can recover the Stargate in Antarctica and assuming it does what you say it does. I'm sure we'll use the thing to go out and explore the galaxy. There are a lot of excited people around here.
With respect, sir, you're missing the point. The timeline was altered by one of our enemies.
The System Lord, Ball. We talked about him at some length.
Because he's a very real threat.
According to your own story, it's been 70 years since the timeline was changed. If all this is part of some plan, where is he?
Man has a point.
Okay, if his plan was to take over Earth, he would first have to reestablish a power base with the other system lords. Now, that wouldn't be easy. Now, if his plan died with him, then...
Or he's still in the process of establishing his power, and it's just a matter of time.
This is as far as we're willing to go. In exchange for signing a non-disclosure agreement, you'll be given identities, place to live, in different parts of the country for obvious reasons. And you better behave yourself in public, otherwise you'll end up on the front page of the Inquirer.
Sir, please don't do this.
The decision has been made at the highest level. I'm sure that in time, your advice will be welcome. If and when the Navy gets this Stargate up and running, you can come aboard as consultants. But you will never, ever be allowed to step through that thing.
You're afraid we're going to try and repair the timeline?
You've made that intention abundantly clear.
Because we have a responsibility.
But you don't have the right! If you were to succeed, events in the lives of thousands, if not millions of people would never have happened. My goodness, people, the arrogance of what you're asking us to help you do is mind-boggling. Maybe if I wasn't woken in the middle of the night and flown to Alaska, I might be more like the kind, sympathetic former general you were hoping I'd be. But trust me, if you lived in this timeline,
We'd want it to stay the way it is.
now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to go back to my wife and my very pleasant retirement. And you all have new lives to begin. They're ready to board the aircraft. It was a pleasure meeting all of you.
Yeah. It truly was.
No time are you to make contact by any means with Mr. Jackson or Miss Carter without prior authorization. Any such attempt will be seen as a breach of this agreement and you will be remanded in custody.
You will be provided a suitable home, vehicle, and a living allowance, which may be augmented without penalty should you choose to seek employment in any field other than the following: astrophysics, aerospace,
At no time may
engineering.
you discuss, write, or otherwise communicate